Shanghai's streets hum with the future. Chinese electric vehicles, spearheaded by BYD, are not just cars, they're a global movement. Once ruled by American and Japanese automakers, the global south is now China's proving ground. This is the story of how China outmaneuvered the West.
There's no doubt that Tesla is facing its biggest global nightmare, which is these China EV Inc. Led by its biggest competitor, BYD, and they're now becoming more international and not only exporting globally, but also setting up manufacturing facilities in all parts of the world. BYD in Brazil, for example.
BYD's not just selling cars, it's rewriting the rules. With prices as low as $10,000 and tech rivaling Tesla's, Chinese EVs are irresistible. While Tesla grapples with backlash and high costs, brands like BYD and GWM are building factories and winning hearts worldwide.
I would describe Tesla's recent global slump slightly more toward its CEO's actions in the US. It's his overworked kind of in the Doge, which caused a lot of clashback from some of the consumers in the US and the European markets. Whereas in the Chinese market, I think Tesla is relatively shielded. It's in its own bubble. But at the same time, as we talked before, while this is going on, we have the Chinese EV makers pushing aggressively to all the relevant markets and to even some markets where Tesla is not in.
The industry experts now, independent, even the Europeans and the American experts, they are saying and admitting that Chinese EVs are likely to take a global share of anywhere between 30 to 40% by 2030. So we are not very far from there. Again, I would say that this is more about making a geopolitical statement at the global stage that Chinese are here and they should be accepted not only from the financials perspective, but also from the geopolitical perspective, that they have all those ingredients lined up, which makes them one of the greatest superpower, or at par with the superpower of the world. If they're already financially second, but they can be termed as number one. Now, on the other side, from the consumer's perspective, Chinese are providing financially viable, technologically advanced, if not superior than Tesla, then certainly very advanced and reliable EV machines. That's why its sales are almost quadrupling in many Asian, Far East, Middle East, and even in Central Asian states. So it is by no means a small, very.
And availability. I think at different segments of the market where Tesla does not address. So this is a tsunami wave of different segmented products that's pushing at the heels of Tesla.
Tesla's troubles go beyond the market. Elon Musk's controversies have alienated buyers, while Chinese EVs offer what Tesla can't: affordability and variety. From Brazil to Southeast Asia, China's brands are everywhere Tesla isn't.
Na América Latina não há uma presença formal da Tesla e esse mercado tem sido ocupado por montadoras que estão chegando não só dos Estados Unidos, da Europa, mas também de muitos países da Ásia. Entre eles as montadoras chinesas, que trouxeram mais carros elétricos com preços mais acessíveis e com muita tecnologia embarcada. A eletrificação ela vem crescendo na América Latina como um todo e especialmente no Brasil. O Brasil tem uma característica muito interessante. O Brasil tem um público de early adopters que aceitam testar novas tecnologias e que são apaixonados por automóveis, que têm encontrado nos carros elétricos uma excelente opção.
In Brazil, Chinese EVs are more than cars, they're a movement. With Tesla absent, brands like GWM and BYD dominate, offering high-tech vehicles at prices that crush the competition. From smart sensors to remote updates, these cars are winning over Brazil's early adopters, with local factories set to deepen China's grip.
We are experiencing in Brazil a very good conditions for EV vehicles and PHEV vehicles. So the Brazilian market is growing very fast. And now we are expanding in Latin America. Argentina, in 2 months ago, Argentina started to open the market for BEVs and for PHEVs. So the Brazilian market is very strategic for GWM in the world. Brazilian market is a very strong industry and a very good market. Sometimes Brazil is the 6th most sales market in the world, so it's very important for our strategy. And also Brazil can be a basis for Latin America. GWM is just preparing to start a production of vehicles in Brazil, the Raval. So it will be very important to use Brazil as a basis to supply Latin America.
So BYD is growing so fast in Brazil because the company has a knowledge and invests a lot to the Brazilians understand that the most technological auto company in the world, so the number one in new energy vehicles in the world, is becoming to Brazil. It's the second largest market in the world, so outside of China, overseas, now Brazil, South America is the second market worldwide for BYD. So this is very important and that we are investing a lot, especially to produce the cars in Brazil to becoming a Brazilian brand as a BYD.
BYD's Brazilian dream is bold, become a household name. With factories rising and sales soaring, Brazil is BYD's second largest market after China. By building locally, BYD aims to dominate South America's EV future.
Talking about the Mexican market, I think the EVs are growing quite fast, mainly in the metropolitan areas. In Mexico, we have 3 big cities that concentrate around 40% of the market. So in those cities, the EVs are growing quite fast, but still are a small percentage of the total sales, as plug-in hybrids continue to be the ones that are growing at a faster rate.
In the terms of BEV, we are just, in the case of Xing, we are planning to launch Xlantix ES and Xlantix ET, I think by the end of this year or maybe at the beginning of 2026. But this is a big news that we are we are waiting for so long time.
From Sao Paulo to Santiago, Chinese EVs rule the global south. Affordable, advanced, and locally built, they've left US and Japanese brands in the dust. As Shanghai drives forward, China's EV empire is only growing.